since you were a little baby?
No, before, up until I was 10, I went to an oral school. And then when I turned 11, I started learning sign because I went to a residential school.
And so you prefer to use sign language as your first language?
Yes, I prefer sign.
That's so interesting to me. Is sign language hard to learn?
Is sign hard to learn? No. You learn how to communicate with the deaf, and it was hard when I started, but the more I practiced, after about a year, I understood, and after that, it really took off, and well, I became, skilled in ASL.
Very cool, very cool. And what is ASL?
It's American Sign Language.
American.
Yeah, American Sign Language.
So interesting. So, how old were you when you started riding motorcycles?
I was young when my brother and I started riding motorcycles. We started out on like mini bikes and to learn, and pedaling, and we always thought it was really interesting. So in high school, I got my first motorcycle. When I went to college and I graduated, and I got some money, so I bought a big motorcycle. Now I'm a biker, as you can see by my jacket.
I noticed your motorcycle vest. But do you have to do anything special to get your motorcycle license because you're deaf?
You can get your license, and you just have to pass the test, and you have to practice. It's the same as driving a car, you just have to practice and take driver's ed, and you practice and you pass and you get your license. That's all.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, we have an interpreter with us today because obviously I don't know sign language. So when you took the motorcycle license test, did you have an interpreter?
No. Well, it was a special motorcycle test, but because he knew sign language. The certification was on the computer, so I didn't need an interpreter. But for the class, it was a 2-week class with an interpreter. Yeah.
So you didn't need an interpreter when you took the on-road portion or the driving test? You didn't need an interpreter?
I didn't have anybody riding next to me during the thing.
That's exactly what I was wondering. Would the interpreter be on a motorcycle too?
You can't be looking at an interpreter while you're driving.
I didn't think that
work
would work.
But, I did the test, and they informed me what I did wrong afterwards.
When the interviewer was interviewing you, was there an interpreter for that portion of the test? Or you just read their lips, or?
No, I had an interpreter.
The interviewer, there was an interpreter there. He gave you the instructions. And then after you understood the instructions on how you were to drive, then you just took off on your motorcycle.
Yeah, that's right.
That's great. That's just great. So deaf people really can't do anything.
Yeah. We can do everything. We can fly airplanes. We can We can drive a boat, anything. Anything. We can do anything here in camp.